All right, hello, and welcome back to the PSU LCS for our final game of the regular season. Once again, I am Dom, to be short, Frank. Uh, we have the Universe versus 5-inch Girth. Not two of our teams at the top of the standings. Universe sitting here currently in fourth right now, going into the playoffs, whereas 5-inch Girth Gods in second place to Sana Pokora Watanabe. So, despite both these teams already being in the playoffs, a certainly hype game for standings. And this one should be quite the banger. Speaking of banger, this stream is sponsored by. I'm, I'm kidding, but we out here. Just readying for Pro Draft here in just a second. There will be a few other casters joining me here tonight, so it won't be just me this time around. One of them is currently in a ranked game, and the other is MIA. Oh, actually, one just got out of a ranked game. So, give me a solid second. Alright, there we go. Co-caster is alive and well. What is up? Emi Yusa of Sana Pokora Watanabe. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Yeah, we live, baby. Yep, we're gonna get you in game here in just a second. Grab you the link. I keep forgetting you change your name to Emi Yusa. Which is... Yep. And we already in Pro Draft here, so I'm going to switch over to that screen for you guys. And give Peter the invite link, the spectator link. But currently, Olaf hitting the ban for the Universe. York for 5-inch Girth Gods. Good to know for the York ban. Yo Watanabe subbing in for Universe Soul himself up in top lane. Fiddlesticks also be banned away by the Universe. Bit of an interesting one there, but I don't know. Has been cropping up here and there. Is a decent AP jungle choice, but preferably like to see a Lilia ban there instead. Yes, Mooch does play Olaf. I think it's one of his more played picks. We'll probably need a rule check on that, but we'll see. They can't hear you? Oh, he just... I can boost his volume. There you go. Tell me if that's any better, guys. I can try to fix it otherwise, but audio issues are a really cool problem I keep having with this system. Either way, Zillion, the first pick for Universe, finally getting Squishy Beans on the one trick. That one coming in pretty solid, as we got a lot of different rules coming up here in chat. Universe does lose a ban here for the emergency sub of Yo Watanabe in for Universe Soul, so Maokai maybe not banned here. We'll get a determination on that later, but otherwise, 5-inch Girth Gods going with the Kaisa on R1 has been falling a bit out of favor recently. Isn't as great. Maokai is determinately not banned. So we've got that one down. And Skarner, interestingly, the pickup here. Yeah. It does definitely hurt the champion overall. Yep, and Jarvan here locked in for Universe. So having a little bit more early power over the Skarner, definitely a lot better dueling in terms of the Jarvan. Skarner can do pretty well against Jarvan, though, in the 1v1, especially under Spire specifically. But if Jarvan can manage to catch Skarner outside of Spire, it can be a very punishing matchup. We're still Peterless? Can you guys hear music either? Yeah, give me a minute here. No music? Okay. It's the good old-fashioned audio issue. I'll be back in a second with Cast. We'll figure this out. This happens all the time. Chat, just speak up when you hear music. I trust you guys. Yeah, sorry for the awkward silence. We're working on it. We're working on it. Alright, we're good. I don't know why disabling and re-enabling my audio works, but it does. So, we're back. Peter has now joined us officially. Peter, you can be heard now.
Okay. Nice.
All gears. In any event, what we missed on the cast, Zoe locked in here as well as Victor, unless that's a...
Victor bot lane is what Tony usually plays. This Suga Reaper's favorite pick on bot lane, other than Jhin. Wait, no. We have a Kai'Sa already. What's going on here? Is that Joey support?
The Victor pick is confirmed, I think, unless they're redoing draft. I think we're redoing draft here, so none of this actually matters.
Okay.
This is all just F beyond belief.
Nice. And both teams get to see what they gotta pick, though. I think they got an idea. At least
Yeah,
for
they got. I mean, the
Really
first
interesting.
few picks will stay the same up to a certain point, so I'm just gonna transition us back out of this one here, and we'll be right back, I guess, with draft in a minute, because that is no longer the correct one. I'll open the new spectator link here. We'll get this going. Right on in.
There we
Alright,
go.
Castar. So we're back in just a second here with the draft. I'm going to choose a new draft mix, because why not? But yeah, I mean, I said it a little bit in the intro for cast, but both these games actually do matter quite a bit for playoffs here. Both these teams are locked playoffs. None of these teams are going to lose out on playoffs in this game. But in the event that Universe 2-0's 5-inch Girth Gods, they will move up to number 3 in standings, beating Team Miku out for the 3rd place spot. So that is a consideration to be made. And if 5-inch Girth Gods 2-0's, I believe they go to 1st place. I'm not sure what the 1-1
No.
eventually does, but Sanapokoro Watanabe still can do still can be bumped down to second place depending on the results of this match.
Yeah, I'm really hoping the Team Universe wins here. Hopefully,
The-
we stays #1 PSU LCS ranking. No.
yeah, but so this match does, despite being the last match of the season, you feel like all of it's rounded out for the most part. And despite that, in the standings, as I'm sure you guys have seen on the graphic when it's popped up a few times here, very, very, very close here going into playoffs. You have Sanapokoro Watanabe at 20-4, 5-inch Girth at 19-3, so that's again gonna change after this matchup. And then the next teams from 3 through 6 practically all have the same record or just one game off. The Universe, of course, has to play their 2 games here tonight, which could bump them up pretty high. But with that, most of these teams from 3 through 6 really, really close in the standings. So that's going to be quite an interesting look at playoffs as we are getting into the draft once again. Universe does have to concede that ban in first phase, so they're going to do that this time around. So it looks like they're just going to do the sack ban of Teemo.
Just no ban.
Playoffs are completely locked, so no one else outside of that top 8 can currently get playoffs. Oceans. So Silver Guardian currently not in that top 8 spot, so they will not be making playoffs this time around.
So another Hecarim ban. I wonder when Hecarim's gonna be useless again. Really don't want to see the champion ever again.
I don't know. In the Team Miku series earlier, if you watched it over on our boy Shinozaki Rika's Twitch channel, did have the useless Hecarim there in the second game, so can be useless if you put it behind enough early on.
Right. I mean, the champion is just too strong early game, I think. The fact that he is that strong and that much map pressure, as soon as you get a turbo camp tank, just gets better. I really think that champion is unhealthy for the game.
I would have to agree in solo queue 5v5 it can be a very conditional pick. Still, I think it's very good overall. But Olaf going to be the first lock-in here from the Universe. So that's going over to Moosh's primary pick, and it looks like this draft probably going to be the same few opening picks as last time around.
Anivia.
Yep, Anivia, possibly support Anivia, is flexible, can go mid, can go support. I think Dystopia Reaper also might play it in mid lane, so some flexibility with that pick.
I've never seen Dystopia Reaper pick Anivia. This could be the first time.
I don't know. Anivia, not the most complicated champion. It does require a lot of spacing like a lot of the artillery mages, but Universe are still going to get their hands on the Zilean for Squishy Beans in the bottom lane. Going to be a very annoying thing to deal with Olaf.
Zilean again?
Yeah, this is pretty much... This is very similar to the Scuff draft we just witnessed, so... Just have quite a few similarities here, and probably looking to lock in, yeah, AD carries. Xayah would be... I mean, Xayah is a fine answer to Kaisa. I don't like it as much if Anivia is actually being flexed to support in the bot lane for Rooks. Xayah does have some range, but it doesn't have the longest. Anivia can certainly do a lot of zoning, and with the stun available from Anivia, gonna make Xayah's life really hard without an engaged support. Zilean not gonna be able to like peel for Xayah that much, other than with some good double bombs and maybe a speed up or slow, but again, those aren't really hard peel kind of...
I mean, that also could be just Zilean mid.
Could be Zilean mid too, yeah.
Yeah, have Rakan bot maybe, a support maybe. That way,
I don't know if I like Rakan any more into Anivia either, though. I like it a little bit more, but it is definitely still a harder one to play. It is going to be the Sejuani, though, locked in here on our 3 for 5-inch Girth gods, so some Freljord synergy popping up. And now with the Aurelia here, I'm not sure about your opinion on this, but I'm looking for melee fast auto-attacking top laner, so maybe looking at something like the Aurelia, which is still available, something like a Fiora, maybe even a Camille.
Aurelia?
That really gets the synergies together. I don't know. Any big melees up in the mid lane right now you can think of?
Any big melee? I mean, there's a UNI and Yasuo. All those guys are pretty good big melees. Mid lane. I mean, in fact, I just got destroyed by UNI just now, so I quit playing mage. There's that.
True.
Let's see. This got banned for the Procraft mid lane of Universe.
Yep, just going for the Procraft is one of his better.
And there's another. What's a ban for Yo Watanabe in top lane?
Yeah, interesting that Kled picked up. I mean, can be good to a lot of the melee like healing champions and like the Renekton maybe. Something you might want to get rid of with Kled in there. Not liking the Renekton pick currently. Looking at the teams. Can burst down some champions, but Zillion a little bit hard. Xayah has a lot of self heal, especially once you get Gale Force, to be able to get away from Renekton and try to do some damage. So it's not as. I'm not sure if I super like the Renekton pick here. I'm not sure. The Gangplank pick I really don't understand. You have the Sejuani, you know it's going to be a melee, auto-attacking top laner. Gangplank really doesn't fit that description. Yeah, it's really good into your team, because it makes Xayah and Zillion's life miserable. But yeah, they're going to go with the Victor instead here on R4, so they're just going to lock away that mid lane pick. Now the Anivia Flex is revealed, so Anivia going towards that bottom lane.
Very interesting to see. It's the Galio pick. Could be Galio support. Wow.
It's still flex. I'd assume it's mid lane.
It's still flex.
I would assume it's mid lane here. This is going to be
right.
Mid. Yeah, Yo Watanabe does have the blind top. He's going to go with the Malphite, so can be very good.
Oh, they're putting Silas up, I think. This is dangerous for Malphite to just be blinded like this.
I'm not sure if I like the Silas pick, generally speaking, because of the amount of AP.
Amount of AP?
Yeah, you get an AP overload.
I guess that's
you also don't really utilize Sejuani passive that well. Silas is melee, but is a bit more dicey. Mundo I don't like here either. You're not getting anything out of the Sejuani at this point. You're just picking a tank top lane that has a decent matchup in the Malphite. It doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, yeah, you have a ton of tankiness, and yeah, Xayah is the only person on the enemy team who's ever going to kill you. But it is, I don't know, you don't have that great of a matchup into Olaf early. You're really trying to clear. Olaf has full pressure to invade. Galio should be able to get some mid pressure early on. It's
a mess.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. Mundo, not the best laner in the world. Generally speaking, we see him more in the jungle nowadays. I don't know. 5-inch Girth. I still probably give the draft over to 5-inch Girth Gods solely for the fact that they have, I think, a bit more damage threats. Where you look at the side of Universe, you pretty much, who's going to kill Sejuani here? Who's going to kill Dr. Mundo here with the ultimate? Galio does not have the consistent damage to burn either. Malphite doesn't have that kind of damage unless we're seeing some really crazy 80 or crit Malphite like we saw in Season 9 from like Whippo. When Malphite started to get that pro resurgence. It might have even been Season 10, I forget. Either way, the only consistent damage you have on this team is Xayah. Olaf, yeah, from ahead is going to be able to burn down those two champions, but that's not something you can rely on. Xayah is your only reliable DPS against Sejuani, against Mundo. Olaf wants to get in that backline, make Kai'Sa's life a living mess, make Anivia's life hard, make Victor's life hard. He doesn't want to deal with the frontliners. That's the opposite of his purpose. So there's nothing. I don't see how a lot of Universe's comp is going to be able to just deal with 5-inch Girth Gods, especially as the game continues to move forward, because Victor, 2-3 items, absurdly powerful champion. Kai'Sa, 2-3 items, becomes very, very strong against Malphite, against Xayah with the ability to reposition with Killer Instinct. And again, no one's going to kill Sejuani or Mundo unless they're atrociously behind in this game. And Malphite not going to be able to bully Mundo out really in lane that much. So, I don't know. I just don't see there are not a lot of avenues that I think Universe has here to actually win this game through draft.
I really think the Team Universe draft it's not that bad. I personally think it's okay.
I think it has a great wombo combo. I'm just trying to figure out where their damage is going to come from.
Well, that's the thing. I think they just have to have the map control in the mid game and early game and use that as item advantage and hopefully snowball the game off that. Or, like you said, I mean, 5-inch Girth God does have a lot of front line that is very tanky. And I doubt they have enough damage potential in late game to deal with that.
I mean,
Only downside of Girth God is that they're full AP, like almost full AP.
yeah, they're pretty much full AP.
So if Malphite goes like MR on top, like stacks MR, and then like gets some armor, I don't know if anyone can deal with Malphite though. And on top of that, Olaf can also get a little bit more tanky, along with Zillion ult. Can be quite a powerful for a team fight as well.
Yeah. Yeah, especially, like you said, if Boobies manages to get ahead on Olaf, invade on the Mooch on the Sejuani, has mid-prow with Galio, or even bot prow to do some bot side invades where we see a little bit less on blue side. I mean, you do have some snowball potential. If Olaf gets fed and just can run into Anivia, run into Victor, run into Kaisa, and they can't really do much or just eliminate from the game. Yeah, you can't kill the front line in these front-to-back team fights, but if you kill the back line, the front line's not doing that much damage either. Yeah, Mundo's hard to kill, but Xayah, Zillion, Galio has plenty of peel to keep them off the carries for long enough that Xayah will eventually do the damage to kill them. Just if that backline of Dystopia, Reaper, Lazy, and Rooks isn't really dealt with, that's when you start having some serious problems on Universe. So if Boobies gets very fed and can just 1v3 the backside with a Sterix gauge, Universe has a pretty good shot. You do have great engage from Universe. You have a Malphite ulti. Can't deal with that on Sejuani. Can't deal with that with Anivia. Can't deal with that with Victor in terms of zoning control and zone potential. And that can be immediately followed up by a hero's entrance. Xayah can come in as well as Zillion pretty quickly thereafter with a lot of CC. And that is, again, one of the, I think, more niche advantages of Universe comp, where if you try to fight this team in a corridor, you are going to get absolutely smashed. Yeah, you do have Victor on the other team. Yeah, you do have Anivia on the team, who are also very good zone control champions, but they're just so much of it on the Universe side. It's going to be super hard for Duckwings or Mooch, or especially Mr. Lazy to really do anything. Mr. Lazy will have to reposition with the Killer Instinct, and even then, you're probably repositioning onto a backline with no assistance. So unless you're just one-shotting someone through a Zillion ulti, there's not much options you have there from the Kaisa. So if Universe can force 5-inch Girth Gods to always check into them from an even standing, they do have a good shot of it through area denial. It's just going to be really hard for them to take a straight-up 5v5 without some other inherent terrain advantages. Because you look, over 5-inch Girth God, there's just a ton of damage threats. Whereas look at the Universe, you pretty much just have Xayah, and if Revex ever gets picked off, there's not much else that's coming up that's going to kill this Dr. Mundo in the mid-game.
Right.
So
yeah, if that pick was instead of Xayah or something like Vayne, I feel like the
Vayne would be very scary this game. Vayne would be
right.
I think it would have a very rough time in bot lane with a Zillion. Anivia, again, good zone control champion. Vayne has a lot of trouble against zone control champions. It's one of her best counter matchups to just like make it so Vayne can't enter an area and she can't, dash around invisible all the time. But would certainly be a rough laning phase. But
Vayne is,
mid to late game she would
pick into it. You pick into it thinking I'm not gonna have a great time bot lane. You know you're gonna get abused a lot early game as Vayne, but usually it pays off after like an item or two and level 6. Usually pays off, right? In fights.
Vayne would be pretty smurf here. You would be able to do
good,
quite a bit of work. I would say they have a much less of a problem if Vayne's there instead of Xayah for the damage threat. Again, the advantage of having Xayah in the situation is you do have a bit more, a bit better of a laning phase. Xayah can contest waves versus Kaisa with the ability to self-heal with Blade Caller and all that. And also, again, adds to that theme of you're looking for area denial. You're looking for the wombo combo of Olaf running the backline, Malphite diving on Unstoppable Force, Galio coming with Hero's Entrance. Xayah can actually go forward and do an aggressive Feather Storm into a Blade Caller and just be able to root everybody that's caught in a Hero's Entrance. So you have a lot of wombo combo potential here from Universe that can be brought to bear, but if that wombo doesn't miss, or if it like leaves up Dystopia Reaper, leaves up Mr. Lazy, leaves up Duckwings, and they're still in a 3-man group, and you've already blown all these cooldowns, you're gonna have a bit more trouble. So I think Universe, while yes, both teams do have very good team fighting compositions, I'm gonna still give the advantage to 5-inch Girth Gods. I think their composition just is straight up going to be easier to execute on. You don't have to worry about nearly as much if, let's say, Mr. Lazy gets insta-picked off. If Dystopia Reaper is still ahead, you're still totally fine on damage from the side of 5-inch Girth Gods. You don't really have too much to worry about. So they have I think a little bit of a more loose time with it. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to be loading into that game here. All right. Yeah, we switched. Don't worry about it.
That's what makes League fun, right? You don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
There's a little variability.
Yeah, but we are loading into game 1 here. 5-inch Girth Gods. I have the wrong title there. I will change that here in just a second. Keck W. Versus UNI. Oh. Okay, we're good. But, yep, 5-inch Girth Gods versus versus the Universe. As we are getting a lot of pings mid lane here from Universe, looking for that early 5-man invade, which is certainly one way you can try to build an early game advantage. I don't know if they'll be spotted out here because Mooch is coming over the mid lane. Yeah, they haven't spotted anyone, but it is a 5-stack on both sides.
Ooh.
Some action, approaching Procraft, checking in. Great stun!
It's a disaster.
It's first blood on to Mr. Lazy R-Rooks with a massive Q there for the 4-man. And that is not what you want to see.
As a team composition that needs early game advantage and control, that is not what you want to see, what you want to do. Oh my god.
Very well played there by R-Rooks. Grabs the 4-man. Unfortunately, they only get 1 kill out of that because they don't really have a... I mean, neither of the teams really have the greatest level 1 in the world. So, not a lot of follow-up there for Mr. Lazy to really start capitalizing. But still, coming to his lane, you have the longsword already in inventory, which is going to be pretty good. Again, I don't think it'll matter too much. Xayah pretty safe in this laning phase. Nivea probably not going to get too much pressure until you have Killer Instinct at level 6. Zillion and Xayah is going to be pretty hard to really do anything significant against if Revix plays it well and doesn't get picked off by some stray and Nivea Qs. So, while it is detrimental to the long term of the game, in the short term should not be too big of a deal here for this bottom lane. Should be perfectly fine. Yeah, Xayah's got extra longsword. Yeah, Xayah's hitting spikes earlier, but this lane still pretty safe for the Universe in essence, and it's probably their best chance to continue making some things happen. I am lagging a bit here. Pensa Internet has not been gracious to me today, so please forgive me if this stream starts lagging a little bit.
Oh yeah, when are they gonna give you lamp connection back?
I don't know, probably never.
Oh no.
It's just big Sag. It's just big Sag all around. Ethernet.
Oh no.
My actually absurdly good Wi-Fi. It's gone.
Oh, that's terrible. I have to come back to Penn State.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get internet? Damn.
And we're gonna look here a little bit. Bit of an interesting jungle path option here. You're going with Mooch going for the full clear on Sejuani, whereas it's actually Boobies only going for the full clear blue side, leaving both Krugs and Raptors. Bit of an interesting path on Olaf. Possibly looking to maybe invade Sejuani here on his red buff, judging on the timings, or maybe try to get a gank off top lane, but is going to be behind in the clear. So yeah, is just going to go for the...
Looks like invade
here, yeah. Not sure if they're going to get it off. Yeah, he does find on Boobies, looking for the red buff. Mooch, forced back away, can't get it to Olaf, and they're going to go for it. Procraft flashing forward, finds the taunt, and Boobies coming forward, flash forward as well, and then gets a kill, plus the buff.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful catch from the Universe mid-jungle duo. We said Galio would get early priority in mid lane, and that he does early on. Very, very well done. It's expensive on the summoner spell side of it, but you get red buff, you get top crab, you get the kill onto Olaf, one of your big carry threats. It is a good day. Revix trying to look for the blade color here, I think, but is in trouble. Mr. Lazy with the exhaust. Great wall from Brooks to try to keep the Xayah in there, but the speed up is there as well as the heal. And I think Revix, a little bit better placement there on the Q for the feathers. Might have led to a kill there onto maybe Brooks or Lazy, but instead just can't get the 3 required for the roots, and therefore has to burn heal as well as exhaust from Squishy Beans. And now another fight bot lane brewing.
Oh.
Yeah, Boobies and
This
Procraft
is really,
are here. Flash forward, they're trying to turn on Revix. Ignite is down. Squishy Beans looking for double bomb. Only finds 1 so far. Mooch trying to cut away. Procraft not going to find Project yet. Flash by Mr. Lazy to get away, but he's still thawing it up. Now the TP coming in from both sides. It's a party in bot lane. Boobies looking for him. Can't find it. Dystopia Reaper going to grab 1 kill. Yo Watanabe on a Duckwing. Duckwing's healing up quite effectively on Mundo. Procraft in the backline still taking the damage. It's going to be a double kill. Over the side, Dystopia Reaper finally. The Mundo fall. Triple kill for Dystopia.
That's a disaster.
As the Q connects onto Yo Watanabe, and it is a disaster indeed. 3 more kills over to the side of Universe, as they're going to take a 1K cold lead into the game. ADC has to recall. Revic's going to miss an entire wave of farm here in bot lane and XP. And it is Dystopia Reaper massively ahead on Victor now. It was a good look initially from Universe to try to get the engage on, but nothing from Revix. No heal available, no exhaust available for Squishy Beans to try to turn the fight. Revix forced out with the flash before anything can really happen as they turn backwards. And then with the double TP, Duckwing's able to do a little bit more there. Dystopia Reaper a lot more there than Procraft can on the Galio.
See, that's a punishment for actually roaming as Galio before 6. Is that, yeah, you have a really good kit for early game, but once you see TPs, you gotta get out. You gotta get out, I think.
Yeah, now it's pretty hard gold lead as well. 41 to 28
Right.
here in mid lane for Dystopia Reaper as well. Has the farm advantage. And level 6, so I think a full level advantage over Procraft as well. I'm pretty sure he just took 5 from the early roams and early jungle pressure that he was given. Looks like, though, Mooch, or not Mooch, sorry, Booby's looking for the fight. Taunt goes on to Dystopia Reaper, flash away. Might not do anything here. Gravity Well does go down, the shutdown on to Booby, so.
That's complete disrespected Galio, I think.
Yeah.
Walking up.
Very well played. Overextending in the lane. It's punished, and now the gold lead pretty much back to normal. Shutdown gold. Pretty darn big there on the Victor.
With like 600 gold, I think, that went into Olaf.
Yeah, that's a pretty darn big shutdown.
Massive. They keep on using like
Revix stunned up, gets hit with the E. Good shield there from Squishy Beans. Blade Caller does find its way on the Miss Lady, but not really too much else to be done. Revix only with the longsword dagger does not do that much damage at this point. Mooch is spotted top side. Booby's maybe in trouble here as the 3-man Clapsman is going to try to escape through his own jungle. Procraft is 6 with the hero's entrance.
That's up 6.
Yep. Now when you're on 5-inch Gracie God's side, do have to be pretty careful about that semi-global out of Galio for mid lane. Can be pretty
I think
detrimental.
Zillion and Galio looking for mid lane right now. A good idea, considering that it does not have a flash yet.
Yeah, Victor still no flash available. Procraft's coming up here in just a few seconds, though. Bot lane, this does mean pressure goes over to the side of Rooks and Lazy. They're going to grab a plate in bot lane, try to force Revix to give up a little bit more farm. And yeah, CS deficits pretty much across the board here in the bottom half of the map for Universe. ADC has been suffering quite a bit here. Can't really do much against this Anivia support. Zone control is pretty nice here in the early portion of the game from Rooks. Supplements the Maokai pick as well, kind of the same thing, but is more of a mage, more damage oriented. As
Olaf should start looking for a gank right now.
yeah, and he's looking for a gank in bot lane. Pops in Ragnarok, looking for Rooks. Has the egg though, so he'll get the resurrect. Revix probably gonna grab this one. Yep, just giving over. Good job by Boobies. Mr. Lazy can't really turn on to the 3, and yeah, very good gank timing again from Boobies. Just gonna find another easy kill in bot lane. No real summoners blown, no real difficulties in that one. Don't even need to channel the hero's entrance to make the pick, and without teleport on Duckwings or Dystopia Reaper, no response to be had now. A little bit against the grain, as I'd say, here in this part of the game. Universe is going to be grabbing this early Ocean Drain.
This is why I was so confused when they did the first draft. They banned Olaf. I was thinking that's definitely a great pick for Boobies. I was like, why are they banning that? Oh, thank God it was a redraft. They just draft Olaf again.
Pretty much now. Bot lane in a bit of a better spot. You got to kill onto Zaya. Of course, just as the game continues to do more and more absurd amount of damage, Blade Caller always will catch you off guard if you're not really watching those feathers. And gold still relatively even. Universe still around 400 gold down. This is pretty much in CS deficits for the most part at this point in the game. Bot lane still at a pretty heavy CS deficit, about 30. Mid lane as well with about a 20 CS deficit, definitely hurting. Top lane though.
These deficits should be able to close out during a team fight, so we'll see.
We will have to see as possible picking on Squishy Beans bursted down,
Oh
but
my
Rooks
God.
traded in return. Squishy Beans did have enough mana for the ultimate. Is now Procraft going in for the 3 members still here for 5-inch. Gun stun goes on to the Zion. There's no damage coming through. Procraft will fall. There goes the Glacial Prison. The double kill for Mr. Lazy is now the Ragnarok by Booby. Trying to get someone to turn his Duckwing. Looking on to Yo Watanabe. Top lane pops his ult as well, but we're back in bot. This direct damage bot here is Mooch in trouble. Stacked onto Booby's looking for the stun and finds it. Kill though on a Squishy Beans. The bomb detonates. And now top lane.
Oh, it's Olaf City.
Still going for it. Yeah.
Olaf is going.
And Universe trading very, very closely here with 5-inch Girth gods in pretty much every point of the map. Very, very close fight. I think if Revex can just stand in the gravity well from Victor, probably is able to decimate that fight in the small corridor with Procraft, but unfortunately the stun came through and not much the Xayah can really do damage-wise in the first half of that fight, and then gets picked off by the Glacial Prison from Mooch. Olaf does manage to trade a few back, though, with the help of Procraft and Squishy Beans, so not all is lost here. And it ends up being a gold lead in favor of Universe following the fight. But Revex in trouble. Mr. Lazy going for the killer instinct. Revex, good flash blade caller. Not hitting that, possibly a solo kill there for Mr. Lazy. Very well played by the Xayah. Did have the Featherstorm available, so probably could just use that instead of the flash blade color, but
it's more flashy with flash.
Yeah, definitely more flashy with flash. I will give you that one. Much more flashy with flash.
Extra point.
Now the flashiest is Featherstorm flash into perpendicular of the champion and then blade collar instantly. That's flashing.
No, have you seen the Prowler's Claw, Xayah?
Oh no, I don't want to see the Prowler's Claw. I don't want to see the Prowler's Claw.
Backward and Prowler into the enemy and then
Oh no, I don't want to see that.
Now, that was the most innovative one I saw.
Riptail gonna be secured by Universe. Picking that one up. Still got 3 minutes-ish to really put that one down here. Actually 2 minutes-ish in reality, I should say. Put that one down, grab some plating gold, of course. Herald, not really super worthwhile to take if you're not going to get any plating gold off of it. You really want to try to get plates or a tower off this first Herald. Can't get a lot of gold out of it that your enemy won't be able to really match.
I mean, right now, the Team Universe is what I call time bomb right now, because they have Olaf, Galio, all these like early game picks, the early mid game picks right now, and the enemy has a lot of late games, so they need to start looking for a lot of dives and ganks.
Yeah, possibly looking top lane though. It is on to a Dr. Mundo, so Duckwings should be fine with the ultimate available. They're going to stop the Riptail, so they are going to get those plates we were mentioning. Do like the play overall. You're getting some influx of gold. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get the kill off the dive because Mundo, pretty difficult to dive with the Olaf Malphite. You don't really have too much to reduce the healing on that champion. But
oh, Procraft has Ignite on Galio. I did not catch that.
Yeah, not taking the
TP.
TP.
He does not have TP.
Bit of an interesting one as overextension possibly from Zopia Reaper. Taunt comes through, Squishy Beans, double bomb, the CC chain connect, but do they have the damage? Shield coming in, does not do enough in the bot lane though. Mr. Lazy grabs one, the church shot is not going to violence, but there comes Yo Watanabe. Unstoppable. I didn't even see the TP on the minion there, wasn't registering on my screen. He's going to look for one more on the Rooks, finds the slope and speed up his Procraft. I'll face some trouble here. Mooch finds the Glacial Prison on Olaf as a TP coming down here from Duckwing. Squishy Beans in trouble, pops the ultimate. There's no Grievous Wounds on either of these. Actually, correction, there is Grievous Wounds on Yo Watanabe, so needs to be hitting the Zillion. Rooks looking for the stun, finds a good wall on a Squishy Beans. Has the ultimate still available. Duckwing trying to kite away in the exhaust. No one can kill Dr. Mundo. It's taken forever as now another TP coming in. Dystopia Reaper's here, but so is Boobies. Finally, the Ragnarok wears off. Dystopia Reaper escaped with a phase rush. And boy, oh boy, do we have a Fiesta once again in the bot lane. This time, though, going affirmatively over to the Universe. Trading back.
Bot lane is a war zone.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. It is an absolute Fiesta, but Fiesta does go in Universe favor. They are going to be able to claim second dragon. Mooch is top side of the map. 5-inch Girth do not have the members bot lane. They have to go for the resets after that last fight. And now, you do have 2 dragons on the Universe. And they are stacking towards what is essentially a 24-minute soul. Which still, you're looking at 24 minutes, you're probably looking at 1.5 to 2.5 items on most of these champions at that point, unless we're seeing a lot more kills coming in. We are at a kill a minute, so pretty fast-paced game overall. But 1.5, 2 items, you're still in the realm where Universe still feeling pretty good. So if you can continue to push for that soul point, you don't make any sloppy mistakes, any stupid decisions, you still have a good shot at grabbing this Infernal Soul, which will be a boon as the scaling elements of 5-inch Girth cards continue to come online, continue to be able to do more damage. And right now, they are handling this pretty well, I'd say. Victor went from 3-1 to 3-3 pretty darn quickly. Miss Blaze, though, still very accelerated on the Kaisa. 4-1, has the Kraken Slayer plus double longsword in inventory. Feeling pretty darn good, still with a massive CS lead, but it is Squishy Beans 3-0 on Zillion as they're going to look for the pick here in bot lane. Double stun comes through. Grab is secured by Rooks. The Anivia ultimate. And Revek possibly needs to be careful here. Blade Caller does not find the Kaisa. As Yo Watanabe continues to trade into Duck Wings. Mundo trying to chase out for a kill, misses the cleaver.
I wonder who really wins this matchup if they just head on.
I think it's supposed to be Mundo overall. Revex, this is solo kill. Mr. Lazy finds the kill. He's like, good!
No.
Blade Caller! And now it might be a turn!
Oh.
Revex looking forward, has already used the Gale Force, but it's Squishy Beans who grabs the kill. Again, Revex with the outplay. As good stop by Soapy Reaper to block the E from Procraft in mid, but still has the flash available and can get over the Anivia wall. Very well played from Revex. Almost grabbed the solo kill. Does have the support, though, to grab the ultimate to give him that little bit of extra courage. That is going to allow them to go. As now we have a fight mid lane. Ragnarok channel onto Arrox, who already is in the egg. Good bit of damage coming out here from Soapy River. Not going to be enough to burn down Procraft.
Wow.
Ho ho! Olaf's damage is very cool. 3-1 and 3. Boobies feeling pretty darn good so far.
Why is the champion not nerfed again?
I actually think Olaf's in a pretty solid spot right now. I don't think he's open. He's in a good spot. He is playable, but it's back to the point where we saw him like a few years ago, where Olaf, if you picked him jungle, you had to get early leads. That's what Olaf is right now. Olaf isn't. It's not like on like 11.1, 11.2, where Olaf was a scaling champion all of a sudden. That also was good early.
When was he ever bad? Like during that phase, right? In that patch.
Yeah,
he was good early and late, right?
The best jungler in the entire game when.
Gosh.
When Gore Drinker was giga broken. But now I think Olaf is a good spot. I will credit this a lot to Booby's ability to get very good gank timings off on these lanes. I don't think there's been a lot of respect from both Dystopia Reaper as well as Mr. Lazy on this champion's ability to just run to your lane and kill you. With the setup from Galio, with the setup from Zillion. So
I'm very surprised to see that Zillion is roaming quite a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
Squishy Beans is piloting this very well. I mean, this is why this champion is banned against him. Pretty much every darn game you get, Zillion is a banned champion against this team quite often. And this is kind of the reason why.
Zaya is just left to dirt.
Yeah, I mean, for all said and done, Revex, despite being nearly solo killed several times already, has been doing a pretty good job for practically 1v2ing bot lane for most of the game at this point. And, I mean, they've been getting results out of it. Squishy Beans has been barely. He already has the, I don't remember what this item is called. Shirelia's Battle Song is the new name. It's not an item you still build too often. Cut me some slack here.
I mean, 5-inch is still in a solid spot because all the goals are in the carries. All the items and golden needs for carries are still in there. It's just a tank they're behind. They're still gonna be useful without gold. So
yeah, Mundo's still gonna get to the point where he is virtually unkillable, save Zaya. I will admit, Yo Watanabe doing a much better job here on the Malphite than I previously would expect in this matchup. I think Mundo should be able to lay into that pretty darn well for the most part, but Yo certainly showing some proficiency on the engaged tank. Did get to kill bot lane there onto Utopia Reaper for a shutdown earlier on.
Oh, that doesn't look good for Galio.
Procraft. Or not Procraft, sorry, Rook's getting some chip damage on him from Procraft. Dragon is up here in just 23 seconds. They might be looking for a pick here on Dystopia Reaper in the bot lane. Squishy Beans and Procraft there. Dystopia Reaper, good flash away. Gravity well good, trying to zone away Squishy Beans for now. Procraft though going on Dystopia Reaper. Has the Chaos Storm, but the stun comes through from the double bomb, and that is the pick onto the mid laner prior to the dragon spawning, and now 5-inch Girth Gods in a sticky situation as one of their most substantially fed members in some trouble. Chemtank channeled there, interestingly, by Yo Watanabe. Not really sure about it. Maybe look for an engage, and this is probably third Drake just given over for free, and it will be a 24-minute soul point for the side of the Universe, who've been playing this composition very, very cleanly, despite some pretty hard failings in the comp. I mean, from ahead, this team should be able to do damage for quite a while. I mean, Zillion is pretty fed and does do quite a bit of damage in the later portions of the game, so Olaf is very much into it. Yo Watanabe is still very much into it. Really, Procraft is the only one I think who's substantially like in the dirt here. And he's Galio, so he's still going to be useful for the team. As Mooch maybe overextending, gets the taunt over 4-man stun from Dystopia Reaper. Now that might be trouble for Universe. Good Galio ulti to absorb some of that magic damage with the shielding, as Revix does find a roof, but there's no further damage to follow up on it. Very, very tricky situation there, but it is a pick onto Mooch. This is Sejuani not able to get away. Very greedy, the Q into Procraft there off to the side. Still very good stun there from Rooks and Dystopia Reaper. To disengage her, that could have gone much, much, much worse. And good thing for Universe as well, that is Revix picking up that kill. So you do have Zaya getting some more, and I love this itemization from the Zaya. The Lord Dominic's coming in for that Mundo, for that Sejuani. You know what you have to kill a Zaya in this game, and you are itemizing very well against it. So you already have the armor pen. You're going to go with, you have early armor pen purchased before even the Essence Reaver, which is normally the best build second on Zaya. Allows you to do a lot more damage with the spell weaving. So really liking the build path here as well from Remix.
Oh my gosh, is that the 4th damage?
Welcome to a 5-0 Zillion, the most fed member on the entire team of Universe.
That's practically mid lane damage.
If you're looking for a draft adaptation for 5-inch in game 2, that might be it. Is the Zillion hitting the bench as it has again most of the season. As Mooch possibly caught out once again. Yo Watanabe gonna grab the Q, but the slow not gonna connect it in Sejuani. Squishy Beans finds the stun, the double bomb connects, the taunt comes through, but do they have the damage to burst down the Sejuani? They definitely do.
They definitely does.
Yep, one more attack. Squishy Beans donated a kill. Dominating now on the Zillion.
Yikes.
And a 3.3k gold lead over to the Universe.
I just love the fact that he got a Battle Song too, instead of a typical other, like Imperial Mandate, maybe a Moonstone other item, but he went Battle Song.
Moonstone, I don't think is that effective until you're not really shooting too many people, so can't be a bit hard. Squishy Beans, the ult! Oh, good R. A lot of burst damage coming in from Rooks as well as Lazy.
Moonstone is suggested by someone you know. I won't say who, but you know who it is.
I'm just trying to think of where, like, how you actually proc it. Because you don't shield
he said
people.
it's good because you can just WQ or something and then you can start healing people. I mean, he said it's always good on any sport. So. I mean, at this point, right. I personally don't know that. I go
Procraft. Look at the pick on Lazy. Killer gets him away. Procraft now in trouble, has to flash the Anivia wall. So well done for Mr. Lazy. Disengages Mooch. Looking for the follow-up. Procraft has another E away.
That's a very greedy engage. There's no one to follow it up. Not sure.
I think he thought he had the
went
speed.
in.
Does burn the killer instinct though. Has a minute 30, so we'll be lacking.
You need to understand he is Galio. That is not fed. Not fed Galio.
But it's an ADC, Peter. It's an ADC. What are they gonna do?
Oh, trust me.
It is an ADC.
Trust me. I see so many people that do well in ADC that destroys Galio.
Yeah, ADC, despite what everyone says right now, is I think it's a solid role. You can do a lot on AD carry right now. The items are freaking amazing. That's why every other AD champion in the game builds crit items now. The items are too good.
Flame comment for that one. You gotta pretend you're weak if you're ADC player, man.
I am ADC. I am reformed. I am now ADC player though.
No. If you do play ADC, you gotta pretend it's the worst role to get buffed.
I am Cho'Gath 1-trick no more. I am now Zaya Kaisa 2-trick.
You quit Cho'Gath? How can you do a boy like that?
Bruh. I was Cho'Gath. I played like 300 games of ranked on Cho'Gath last season. It was cringe. I love that champion though. My boy Cho'Gath is a great champion. I love Cho'Gath. Play Cho'Gath, people. He's fun. You get to eat people and become the swole. It's very fun. Just ban Fiora. And Camille. Ban
yeah, Camille. The
Either
Cho'Gath
way,
to
though,
open.
despite there being no Cho'Gath in this game, it is going to be Universe setting off here for probably the final team fight. They get secure soul heal. Universe probably have a good chance to win the game, but ProCraft, though, is caught. Good going to get away. Big engage from Watanabe. As now the ulti starts coming in here, that just finds a way on the one. It's in the back line. Is the Ragnarok. Can Mr. Lazy do it? He gets it. A shutdown on the Boobies, and now the team fight might be going the way of 5 because Mooch still alive. And Zaya trying to do what she can. Duckling looking for the 80 carry as Rook's falling into the back line. The Duckling finally goes down as Rook's maybe next to fall. Yo Watanabe finding his way on the Dystopia Reaper, but has the Phaedra trying to kite away. Squishy Beans though still alive as well. Squishy Beans godlike on the Zillion as Mr. Lazy finds another. The Kaisa still alive. The carry, the hope of 5-inch Girth God still around, but can they even bother to contest the strike with Squishy Beans still alive on the Zillion? The Malphite still around. Will this be the Infernal Soul?
I mean,
Lazy,
you
very
gotta know
low,
that
Rook's
the
very
ADC
low.
is
This is going to be
low.
a tight fight. Yo Watanabe looking for it. He just needs to find one Q, and Mr. Lazy is gone.
Oh,
Yo Watanabe
no.
finds the kill, and now Rook's maybe next to fall. The egg bursted down. The ace for Revix. Squishy Bean's gonna use the ult to take the dragon. It is Infernal Soul for the Universe. A 4K
Did Malphite
gold
just steal
lead.
the movement speed from the Kaisa E? Because he's starting
Yeah, he can.
rushing.
Yeah, if Kaisa E's before it, the movement speed will be stolen from when you Q. So Malphite is the big fast.
He is so fast in that fight.
And now Universe, I mean, we saw it earlier in the Miku series. Draft gap be damned. It's just complete domination here in the early part of this game. 5K goal lead, now a commanding lead. You have a 25-minute soul. Team fight, though, very hit or miss. Mr. Lazy still doing a ton of damage on this Kaisa, able to kite away from Boobies and shut him down. This is going to be still a very close game for 5K down. Mr. Lazy and Dystopia Reaper having plenty of time in this game, I should say, to still make something happen, still make something work. But I like this play here from Universe as well. Going to continue to force the tempo, continue to try to accelerate off the Infernal Soul, and they're going to force Baron.
They have to come back to fight.
Yeah,
with the
they got.
Soul.
Yeah, they
Not
want to.
good.
They want to try to fight Soul here. It's gonna be. Universe just needs to, I think, commit to this Baron. This is a. I mean, yeah, you don't have your 80 carry, but this is a very solid play. Force 5-inch to fight you when they're still weak. Force them to try to just soak onto you more gold, but it looks like it will be the disengage as Revix really wants this red buff off of Zaya.
Yeah, that's
I think you can. I think you could definitely do Baron there. I think that's a fine call. I just think you don't finish the Baron. I think you just bait the Baron and then turn and fight it. Yeah, you turn the fight.
Probably.
You just instant turn and fight. Because right now, if you're Universe, you are in your golden zone. You are 2 items on everybody. You are ready and raring to go with Infernal Soul. This is your time to shine. Boobies is feeling great. ProCraft even is feeling pretty good. Has Lasagna's Hourglass now. Malphite feeling pretty good with the Force of Nature. I mean, Squishy Beans has been feeling good the whole darn game on the Zillion pick. And yeah, now the Baron started back up, so we are back into it.
Alright, we got main Zillion now. Wow,
Yeah,
that's not good OP.
Zaya going to be able to burn this down pretty quick. I'm not sure if 5-inch even going to bother responding to Squishy Beans. Looking to zone the Mundo away, no chem tank, so can't just
They
engage.
have to give it. It's,
Yeah,
it's either
22,
steal or
19
give.
down, mooches in, but it's
Steal
not
or
the
give.
steal. Yo Watanabe in on the backside, and here comes the Heroes that try to buy the time. Good engage as ProCraft manages to grab a kill on our Rooks. Zaya with the Feather Storm, Blade Caller's gonna be able to grab one more. Now the backline in trouble. Gore Drinker on the Booby, able to grab one. Resurrect on the Squishy Bean, double kill for the Olaf. They all will fall. Full ace over to the Universe, the Baron to boot, and that is possibly the game as we now have an 8K gold lead for Universe with Baron Infernal Soul. They have played the game as well as they could. We said it was going to be an execution difference, and boy, oh boy, did they deliver. As we now are going to get that first inhibitor down mid lane. It's not looking like they're going to go for the end just yet. They're going to go for a quick reset here with Baron, but still plenty of time to burn this buff down, start getting these last 2 out of turrets out, and really start to wrap up this game.
Very, very sad to see how the ADC is doing this well. Yet the whole team's on 0-8 KDA.
Yeah, it's
Look, it's tragedy.
it is.
I feel
tragedy.
like the ADC. I think
Yeah.
this is the reason why people say you can't carry as ADC, because if the game goes long enough,
I mean,
right,
this
and then
this
you're
is.
doing well,
I mean, you
right?
need a team as AD carry. You still do need a
Yeah,
team.
you,
You
you, you
need
still do
peel.
need a team.
You need people. AD carry is not what it was in what mid-season, like early season 8 back in when like Kog'Maw was
The
meta the
Ardent
last time.
Sensor.
Ardent Sensor meta that time where
God, I
AD carry
hated that meta.
where you just needed like one support to build it and then you could just completely
Pretty sure
run
it was
over the
season
game
7, right?
1v9.
I think I may
Yeah,
die
Ardent
in
Sensor
Jin
was
during that time.
season 7. The early part of
Yep.
season 8 before they gutted ADC items, like around MSI, ADC was like the #1 role to carry. I mean, that's when Uzi won MSI for Pete's sake. So Squishy Beans in some trouble here. Has the ultimate, but I'm not sure if there's enough damage on the side of 5-inch Cricket guys. Mooch does manage to grab
It's
away.
good to force a fight like that.
I mean, you gotta force something here, eh? If you're 5-inch, you don't have many opportunities left as your 9K goes down.
I like the fact that 5-inch goes.
Oh, good ulti there.
Okay.
Big damage from Boomies is in 1v4.
What
Sterix
the?
doesn't even matter. The ult coming in from
Oh
grab,
my
grabs
gosh.
on 2, finds stun on a Mooch, but double bomb does not go in just yet.
Dead,
Ignos
dead
comes down,
Victor.
Revix goes unstoppable. Duckwing's trying to 1v1 the ult, but he just does not do damage.
It's
0-4 on the
bombs
Mundo.
everywhere. Oh my god.
It is not the God Needs we were looking for on the Mundo.
No.
Last split, Malphite can grab a kill. Yoas on a 4-1 and 12 on the Malphite, and that more than likely will be the game. 12k gold lead over to Universe. They finish the game before the scaling comes online. They're going to try to grab one more kill for the KDA padding. Finding Nivea in the egg. Revex, he does the damage. But ProCraft will be the one to grab the kill. And now the Nexus shall fall on game 1. And we have 1-0 over to Universe. Pretty hype
I'm
game.
so shocked.
Pretty
So
hype
shocked.
game.
That game went so one-sided than I expected.
From the early game and the amount of fiesta we got, yeah, that was much more one-sided than I was expecting. Because the early game was an absolute slaughterhouse in the
The
bottom
fact
lane.
that they have an Olaf and Galio in this Fiesta-like game is just so good. And on top of that, you have Zillion to provide ult for your mistake. It's just, at their comp, in my opinion, for early game was too much superior than the other team.
I still go with the draft win over to 5-inch. I just think, I mean, Universe showed up. They played it incredibly well. That's just the story of it. When you
It's not a draft diff, I think. It's just execution.
Yeah, it's certainly more on the execution diff side of things. Universe playing that extraordinarily well out of, again, what was essentially just a fiesta early game. Pretty solid showing there for game 1 out of yours. Because we did, again, I said it in draft. That was on Universe to try to be better than they had to be better than their opponent. If it was just an even game once you get to 30 minutes, it's 5-inches Girth Gods to lose, but they managed to come out of the early game somehow, some way ahead. And are able to turn that one around. But we'll have to see if the same thing goes in game 2. Are going to be swapping sides here. So for us on cast, we're going to take a minute break for me to update the graphics, take a break, get some drinks, all that stuff. So we will be back in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for more. All right, welcome back for Game 2 of the Universe versus 5-inch Girth Gods. If you haven't tuned in, Game 1, Universe with an early game composition, making good on their promises and going up 1-0 so far in the series. But we are getting into Game 2 draft. Right now, going to see what adaptation we have. Of course, Universe still down a ban from the emergency substitution of Yo Watanabe in top lane. But otherwise, didn't seem to hinder them too awfully much during the last game, so we will have to see what it looks like from this point forward.
There to see a Zillion band coming in. There it is.
Yeah, Zillion band probably going to be here for 5-inch Girth Gods. Squishy Beans pretty much just hard smurfing on the pick. The one trick certainly coming through.
Maybe the game is much more doable now, I think, for bot lane.
Yes, I would assume it's much more doable with the Zillion ban. Okay, just checking to make sure. Still 3 seconds here. Taking a lot of time, I think, just trying to figure out different bans, what their next plan is. Fiddlestick's still going to be banned away from the Universe. Not going to let Mooch onto that one. Trying to deny maybe some of that AP engage jungle with AD mid-top options that 5-inch can go on. As Dystopia Reaper has played AD carry plenty in the past. Was initially the AD carry for Division 2, so certainly has some merit to it, as Jarvan looks to be the final ban here on, once again, 2 boobies. Now Universe, one more ban. Anything you want to see here, Peter?
Should be, yeah, I was gonna say Malka, but I think they take Olaf here. They definitely take Olaf here.
B1 Hecarim is still good. I think you can still pick Olaf. I think you can still R1 Olaf here if you want. I think Olaf is fine to Hecarim.
But opening up Olaf to the guy who seems to have a really comfortable time playing Olaf, I don't know if it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but we'll see.
I don't know. I don't mind an Olaf pickup here on R1. I mean, Udyr is still available as well if you want to go that route. I think it's a lot worse than it used to be. I do not mind Universe, though, picking up the Kai'Sa. Not as huge fan of picking up Blind as I used to be, but still solid. Still can carry pretty hard if you get fed. I mean, we saw last game, Mr. Lazy still actually did do quite a bit of work on the champion despite his entire team pretty much being in the gutter gold-wise. So don't mind this. Maybe now seeing the jungle pick. Instead, just going to go Kai'Sa Nautilus, so the classic duo.
Nautilus.
Yep, classic bot lane duo. Good engage, good peel. Gets a ton of Kai'Sa passive stacks. In fights, you do the auto route with the auto attack route. You have the dredge line as well as the depth charge. That's 3 stacks right there. Kai'Sa only has to auto attack twice to get her stacks to proc. So pretty solid selection. And I do like this response from 5-inch Girth God. Jinx against these low range hyper carries, extraordinarily good. Still one of the few hyper scaling AD carries left with the current itemization and trends. So 5-inch Girth God's gonna probably be a little bit disadvantaged here in the bot lane early on, depending on the next pick. Morgana probably not bad here into Nautilus specifically, but can be a little bit hard to play around. It's not offering too terribly much for the Jinx. Rel, another option. Not sure if I like it as much into the Nautilus specifically, but still can be very good for the team for follow-up engage. And yeah, Olaf R3 gonna be taking it before it's banned away. Universe drafting both teams so far, very solid compositions. Maybe save the Rel, I'd say, is the only question mark for me here.
I was really hoping to see the Jinx and Thresh pick coming in, because Jinx and
yeah,
Thresh
I think I would like Thresh. I mean, Nautilus' characters like counter to Thresh, but yeah, Thresh here for the Lantern would be really, really nice. I think it's a fine matchup. As long as you're not trying to play lane super aggressively on Thresh, I think it's very, very doable. You have to be a little bit more conservative in the Nautilus. Still one more ban here from the Universe. Gonna try to ban away Dystopia Reaper's Victor. It's gonna do a Karth is still available if they want to go with a Karthus mid lane here for 5-inch and draft AD top. Dystopia Reaper.
I was really thinking the Victor seems to be not the problem of the game. I was perhaps still going for the Karthus ban. Pretty much a good idea though.
Yeah, I mean, if you think you can handle the Karthus early game, we saw it last game that Universe seems to be able to play the early game pretty cleanly here. I do not mind the Malphite ban taking away some teamfight, as now Universe having pretty substantial damage already locked in between the Olaf and the Kai'Sa. Nautilus as well going to be able to enable both of those champions quite cleanly. And you still have a mid lane to pick, so with Galio off the map, maybe going with something a little bit more. If they still want to do that global, Twisted Fate still an option if you want to blind it here on R4. Instead, Procraft, they get the Urgot.
Oh,
It's a flex pick.
Accident.
It's a flex pick, baby.
PTSD.
It's the flex pick Urgot. It is the flex pick Urgot mid-top. Procraft might be taking his signature champion into one of those lanes.
I mean, now I know how to play against the matchup, but just don't play Cassidy.
Yep. 5-inch, possibly going scaling on Gangplank. Don't mind this pick too terribly much into Urgot specifically. It's fine.
It is the Karthus mid.
Yep, Karthus mid here I think would be the best lock-in here for 5-inch. You have double global, as well as Jigsaw, which is technically also a global. Just a skill shot global, which can be a little bit more tricky. But yeah, it'd definitely be a pretty solid 5v5 composition. Even putting the game playing on the side lane not too terribly an option should the Karthus be locked in here. Can again though flex the Urgot mid on Procraft, so it can be pretty dangerous.
No way.
Whoa, that would be a turn. No, we're gonna get the Silas.
Wait, is that Silas top or mid? Oh, I guess
That's
flex.
I would assume that's a flex. I would assume it's going on Dystopian Reaper mid lane. I'm not sure how it does into Urgot.
That should not go to mid against.
I feel like that is. I feel like the Karthus here, it makes a lot more sense, even into the Urgot, because Karthus, I mean, you're gonna scale no matter what on Karthus. It's just gonna happen. You have impact on the map, but.
I mean, I guess you have more utility.
And we have Gragas, and we have a Gragas top lane. All right. All right. This game is all right. We had really good picks like the first 3, and then it just evolved from there.
Oh, the last pick is called to be a Mordekaiser, not Gragas. So
Oh,
that is
it's
Mord.
It's okay. Never mind. A little bit more sense. I still think Mordekaiser into GP is a little bit rougher because you do have the orange, but otherwise Mordekaiser I think does pretty well in the lane. So you got that going around.
That should be Silas top, I think. Yeah, that's Silas top and GP mid, because I know Dystopian Reaper plays GP quite often.
I think GP is definitely gonna be better into the Urgot for sure. I don't think Silas really wants to get in melee range of that champion.
Oh, heck no. Silas does not like to go against AV champions in general. He has the lowest, one of the lowest, I think, armor in the mid lane.
Cassiopeia has to have lower, I think, but
it's around like 10, like 19 or like 17.
I had to look at the stats. I think Cassiopeia might have the lowest because they nerfed her last season for that. They took away a lot of her base armor, so I'm not entirely certain. Someone can always fact check me in chat and call me dumb. I don't know. Either way, though, who's coming out on top here, Peter? What is your post-draft decision?
This time I gotta go with 5-inch. I think 5-inch has it this time.
You're going with 5-inch for game 2
I
here.
think, although I would like to see Universe win because that would make my team standing be number 1 in PSU LCS. But I gotta go with 5-inch, just knowing the individual players are all D2 members and they're really good with their champions. And this time, Darkwings is on champions that I think he usually plays, not something like a tank frontline. And then Dystopian Reaper also on a champion he actually plays, which is the GP. So I think that should be fine.
Alright. I'll take it against you here. I'll go Universe. I will go
Universe.
Universe. I think Universe gonna be probably able to deal with a lot of the threats here, Silas especially. The Mordekaiser matchup I think is a little bit rougher. I mean, Mordekaiser is a little bit rougher into the Silas than he would be into the Gangplank, but still, Mord of course gonna love anything melee range is up Mord's alley. You love to see it. The Obliterate is quite a useful tool, and I think if Yo Watanabe does do the Savant choice and goes with the early Bramble Vest against Silas to reduce the Kingslayer healing, yeah, you feel troll for building some armor, but you get that little bit of healing reduction. It's gonna make a big difference. Maybe not rushing it, but like just after first item. Right? What?
You can get Orb, right? Oblivion
yeah, you can go Oblivion Orb as well.
Yeah.
It's just if you want to go more tankier and more damage dealing. It doesn't really matter. I don't think in late Thornmail will be that bad because you do have Hecarim, Gangplank, And then in the bottom lane as well, you're still going with Jinx, so you have a lot of auto attackers anyway. And Hecarim, of course, as we all have seen in solo queue hundreds and hundreds of times at this point, probably already, can get some pretty ridiculous healing out with that W and some Conquer.
I don't see him. I don't see him solo queue because I always ban him.
Yeah, same. I ban him. I ban him as an AD carry player because I hate dealing with it. My jungler always gets diffed, and then I have to deal with 6-0 Hecarim, and it's really fun.
Yo, you love to see it when the hacker has that Ghost, Chem Tank, rush it at you.
Ghost is 2 items ahead of your jungler, 4 levels up on everyone in the game. Yeah, it's real fun. He just 1v9s.
Not the 1v9's problem. It's just when you're squishy, he tramples on you, leaves.
Yeah.
Champion's dumb. I really think the champion should be gutted more.
There are many who would agree, and the Hecarim mains are crying, saying their champion's not OP enough, but...
No, we've seen enough Hecarim, I think.
And now... I mean, yeah, I'll give it to Universe, though. I think I like their... they do have a lot of damage as a team. Urgot, I think, is actually super underrated right now as a champion. Mostly in top lane, but really, really good. Can be absurd in the mid game, especially as that level 9 power spike is no joke with the fully online W. So, and with Procraft being very, very good on the champion, you have Revex with damage, Boobies does damage, Yo Watanabe gonna be doing a ton of damage. You have a ton of engage, CC. I don't know. It all seems to be there so far from Universe. I'll take them in this matchup. Still though, 5-inch Girth is a great composition. You have the AD Dystopia Reaper mid lane on the Gangplank, who's gonna be able to do a bunch of stuff. Really gonna be able to zone out. I think Procraft and Yo, especially in the late game with the barrels. Urgot, without the Disdain, gonna be pretty difficult to get on top of Dystopia Reaper. Same with Yo Watanabe if he can do the barrel chains. So, I mean, there's still plenty of opportunities for 5-inch to really get good in here in game 2. But I'm still gonna give it to Universe. I'll stick with my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It'll be a banger of the game, pretty much no matter what. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see it. It will indeed be a good one.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to hear a beep for a minute there because my laptop was acting up. Alright, now it's fine. Okay.
Alrighty. No problemo. We shall just kind of wait and chill here as everything else going through.
So Urgot still build Strikebreaker, right?
I think you can, yeah. I think it's still the build because Kraken Slayer still doesn't work with his W that well, so probably Strikebreaker.
Right.
I'd take Strikebreaker this game personally to get more engage. And again, one of the things that they're going to deal with mid-late game is Dystopia Reaper with the barrel chains. They have a really good zoning tool against both Yo and Procraft. So without Disdain or without a flash Disdain, it can be pretty hard to get on top of Gangplank in the later portion of the game. So I don't think Strikebreaker is that bad here, especially being able to get on Mr. Lazy through the realm as well. So yeah, Strikebreaker I think is built here for Urgot. Probably wouldn't mind to see it on Olaf either. There is a Strikebreaker build for him. Still, I think Gordrick is probably better because you do have quite a few melee champions that you're going to be able to get into and up close and personal with for boobies. So either way, it's good. Yo Watanabe, we all know the build for Mordekaiser. You're going to go Riftmaker because it's really freaking good if you could actually get some kills.
Yeah, you get a Riftmaker. I think you either go like Zanya or.
Riftmaker Zanya's is a good one. I actually don't mind this game.
Embrace, it seems that.
Because it's majority melee this game, I think an actual pretty good build here would be Riftmaker into Nashor's Tooth on Mordekaiser for the attack speed, because you actually do a buttload of damage when you can actually start auto-attacking with a Nashor's, especially in your ultimate. So I actually don't mind Nashor's this game solely for the purpose of you have 4 melee champions on the side of 5-inch Girth gods. I mean, Gangplank hit or miss there, but you do have a pretty good opportunity to get some serious damage off just from auto-attacking, so I wouldn't mind that. Maybe a 3rd item Nashor's even. If you want to go with the Zanya second, which I still think is perfectly fine. And again, you are going to need, as the Mordekaiser in this lane, some form of Grievous Wounds. You're going to need a lot of Grievous Wounds in this game.
That I would worry about is that you can't turn the 1v1, the Mordekaiser ult, into 2v2 situation with Silas.
Yeah, that is true. It can be a little interesting.
So we might see a interesting 2v2 happening this game during teamplay.
I can't wait to try to cast.
Basically,
I need like what the professional streams do is like the double overlay where they split the screen down the middle and you get one of each layer.
oh, oh.
Yeah, that would be pretty nice. Sadly, I do not have the technical ability to do that here with my setup. Either way, 2 5-stacks. Once again, we're getting a spicy level 1.
Just charges! Woo!
I think both of these teams have much better level 1s than last time around, so this could get really spicy.
Well, this time,
Both these teams have really good level 1s. I mean, Gangplank, level 1, highly
Cloud's gonna
underrated.
wait.
It is a great level 1 for Gangplank. Rooks has his engage. You're going to have Silas possibly starting with Abscond Abduct. Dreadline for Nautilus. I'm hoping. I mean, Mordecai can go one of two things, but I don't know. I
just
think.
want to see them hit each other.
Oh,
Level 1.
Rooks is gonna find them first. I'm not sure if. Yep.
Oh!
Flash hook lands out of the W as well. But the Exest is down already, and that is a fantastic start for Squishy Beans. And this time it is Universe who gets the first blood. Flash exhaust for Nautilus, Rocrat as well with the flash to Stain. And now it is going to be Universe who come out on top with the Kaisa with the kill again. Red side Kaisas, baby. Off these invades are starting off strong. Cool interaction with that one.
It looked like she was about to get away, and then Lala took the. Come here. No.
No. You are not over that wall just yet, sir. Yoink. And now, it's going to be both junglers starting on blue buff starts, so going for full clears both sides, I would assume. Booby's going to be going toward that top side and top side crab. So could see an early gank here onto Duckwings in the top lane. As Yo Watanabe going to have quite a bit of pressure here. Silas is fairly decent early game if you can land some good conducts, get some good kick slayers at the back end of trades, but Mordekaiser as well. No slouch, I think, especially once you get that free magic pet at level 2.
Mordekaiser gets the passive of Silas has to run for his life.
Yep, and there we go. Passive is up. Yo Watanabe, the level 2. Duckwings needs to hit it. Not getting it just yet. No, Kingslayer gets them sconned away, but can he abduct out of this one? Yo has the flash, but he will not go for the obliterate. Instead, Duckwings burns his flash as well. In top lane, Yo Watanabe able to grab a big advantage here in the early portion of the game as now Duckwings, no flash, had the XP deficit. Yo Watanabe looking for it again, does not find the E this time around. As bot lane so far, Rel is a really cool champion here, grab a lot of pressure. I do like that Revex and Squishy Beans are getting pushed in. Hecker, I'm not going to have nearly as much opportunity to get an early gank off here. As mid lane, possibly going to be the look here from Boobies if he does not just full reset, or reset after the full clear. Procraft seeing why Gangplank is so darn annoying in the early game.
Procraft is experiencing the classic.
He has definitely played this matchup quite several times as Urgot.
Certainly, yeah.
Yeah, Gangplank is a pretty solid pick, I think, overall into Urgot. You do end up being able to. You can, by the way, you can orange the Urgot ulti.
Oh yeah.
You can orange Urgot ulti as now bot lane. Squishy Beans looking for fight, but it's level 3 to level 2. I'm not sure this fight you want to pick. His double stun comes through from Rook.
Squishy Beans good initiate from Nautilus.
Good heal from Revex. They're going to make it out. But that does mean there will be no bot side contest here as the top side crab is still up, and instead it's going to be Mooch possibly looking for the regank. He's coming to the bot lane. Rooks goes in, finds the stun on the Squishy Bean. The Rook's going to come down. Now the trade coming back onto Rooks. Revex will grab the kill. And now possibly a counter gank. Mooch coming, looking, but will instead decide to shy away. But could go for the double crab here. Has the inside tracked on it towards top side. Yo Watanabe also without pressure, not able to contest, so bit of an interesting path lane here.
I'm surprised that worked.
Yeah, that was a very good.
Know that Olaf is right down there.
Grabbed the shield, but Duckwings, good trade from Silas.
Very good.
Very good trade. Yo Watanabe, I think, needed to grab that shield as soon as he saw the Abscond was going to connect. Just to get a lot of that initial damage out of the way. And be able to heal up a little bit through. Still had quite a bit of a shield.
I have played this matchup quite often when I play Styles. And I know that as the game goes by, Mordekaiser actually has more fun.
Yeah, I mean, anything melee into Mordekaiser just feels so darn bad, unless you're like Fiora. Fiora might be one of the few champions that can just walk into melee range of a Mordekaiser and be like, yeah, I can take this. This is 100% winnable.
she gets E. She said, "Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I'll
thank
stun
you
with
very
it."
much. W the E obliterate. Just turn it instantly onto the Mordekaiser. Makes it completely unplayable. Even in Ultimate, it's really cool.
Turned him immediately into a tin can.
Yeah. Really, the tin can returns. Makes Mordekaiser regret ever leaving the Pizza Feet stage. But he's gonna be the double. He's gonna be the double crab here for 5-inch Girth. God's Boots gonna be able to grab that one, so he's able to grab that. Is whoa! The engage from Brooks finds stone on one. Ignos goes down to Rebix. Not gonna trade back. It's Squishy Bean going low. Teleport coming in though. It's from Duckling, so they could look for the re-engage here. Absconded Duck with a speed boost, definitely something they can look for. They're gonna grab it on the Nautilus. The shield not gonna be enough as Ducklings. Great teleport for the kill.
Was Flash not up?
No, it's not up. Just a few seconds away from that early game play.
How lucky is that?
That is very close timing. So good counter kill. Duckling's gonna be feeling pretty good about that TP. TP is burned by Dystopia in the top lane, so that entire wave being picked up. Good lane swap as well. Procraft's gonna be into the silence, and now TP in response to Procraft. They're gonna look for it. I'm not sure if this is a better one as Procraft immediately rooted with the traps. Gangplank ultimately come down to Pio. Oh, the Ergon ulti whips! Oh, and it's a disaster. They went for the play in kind, but this time it is not the Absconded Duck Silas coming in for the kill. It is the Ergon coming in for the whiff. And now Silas getting a bunch of free CS and XP in mid lane. They do end up getting the Dragon on this though, so once again it will be Universe stacking that first Drake.
Universe seems to really weak objective control for all last game, so...
Yeah, that is normally Olaf's forte.
That's true, yeah.
Olaf feeling pretty good about Dragon control. Now, Yo Watanabe is going to grab another pushed in wave here. Going to try to deny some XP from Ducklings. Grab a recall here, looking for... Actually just going to go Boots, and that's pretty much it. Boots, Doran's Ring. So not going to go for the Leeching Leer Rush, which I think is pretty good into Silas. Now, gang attempt in the mid lane. Procraft looking for Squishy Beans. Good hold on the flash by Dystopia. Good hold on the flash. Very solid hold on the flash.
Did he have to flash that? Or did he just
yeah, because if you don't, Nautilus just walks up to you anyway and gets you with the auto attack.
I see.
That's a fine flash. I think not flashing there is too greedy.
That's why I suck at this game, I think. Unlucky.
I mean, there's a solid chance he does manage to get out of that without the flash, but that is a really greedy hold.
Yeah, I'm a very greedy person in League, I think.
I mean, it's high risk, high reward. You keep the flash, or you die, and then lose an entire wave in mid lane. It's not worth the variance on that one. As Duckwings does not find the Absconded Duck top wing. Yo Watanabe is 6 here. Duckwings on level 7. Yo Watanabe not doing too much damage here in the early portions. Here still needs a lot more AP to really get that obliterate damage to land home on Duckwings. Of course, Silas feels pretty at home into AP champions. Has a lot of base magic resistance.
Oh. It's a mage that is anti-mage. Weird.
Yep. And Yo Watanabe though still be fine with Mordekaiser. Gonna be fine in the play portion game. Always has that utility being able to ult the jungler out of Dragon. Is wow! That's a good trade by Duckwings. Yo, not able to find all the trade damage. Not able to really prevent anything either with the W. And just taking a bunch of poke as well from Duckwings.
Without the item, Mordekaiser does have a rough time.
Once he gets Leeching Leer, I think he's a lot better off. Because you do have that sustain factor.
Yeah.
But until you get Leeching Leer, gonna be tough. Going to be tough for the Mordekaiser until Leeching Leer really comes into play. Oh, that's so sad. The single-digit health off of the obliterate. That is what we call sad.
I love how the camera catches that. Like, look at this. He missed.
Yeah. Mordekaiser though still gonna be again perfectly fine in this lane. Silas from ahead is gonna be a pretty big issue here for the side of Universe, but nothing super unwinnable.
Looks like a gank bot lane, but there is a ward. This spot hacker doesn't even matter.
Does have Ghost, finds it on. 2 kites the fear there, as well as the Gangplank ulti to stone. Shutdown actually goes on the Gangplank as well, so Dystopia Reaper collects that kill with the Cannon Barrage, which is totally fine. I mean, Gangplank is a pretty good linchpin for this team. Great gank by Moose, pops the Ghost, grabs the ulti onto Kaisa, who can't get away. I think Revex, you need to burn the flash there, buddy. That is a must flash. That's again super greedy. Maybe thought he was dead guaranteed, but The Gangplank ulti was like, certainly could have flashed it.
He could have flashed it so that it goes up to the turret instead
Yep,
of down
and
to
just to get you out of the entire engage situation for sure. So there's your greedy play, Peter. There's your greed.
Look, yeah.
We have Dystopia Reaper not greeting mid lane, and we have iRevix greeting in bot lane.
Yeah, I see Hector. I don't greed, I run.
I pop the flash. Oh, yo, missing the combo there with Obliterate. As Dystopia Reaper actually doing pretty well in this Gangplank mid. Pretty large CS advantage. Once again. Yeah, Procraft does have the call though, so he's gonna be getting a little bit of extra gold there. And now Duckling's looking for 1v1, pops into Death Realm, Mooch on the way as Yowatame re-steals the stats. Ducklings though looking perfectly fine. Boobies is also here as well to try to deal with the aftermath. And now the Unstoppable comes through, but Boobies is gone. Mooch will grab the kill. Yowatame dead as well. Flash forward from Duckling secures. Mooch with the double kill, and it is disaster for Universe's mid lane. Dystopia Reaper trying to get out of the way of Procraft, who can't seem to get the extra damage down. Still has the ultimate, looking for the kill. Flash available on a Procraft, trying to run topside, trying to run to safety of his team. Very quick on the Gangplank. I'm not sure if the Urgot's going to be able to get there. Needs to grab the ultimate for the slow, I think. Finally throws the ultimate down, but it might be too late at this point. Needs to flash Stain. Teleport comes in, and yeah, it's just too little, too late out of the Procraft. And now just another wasted opportunity. Ducklings at TP back up. They're still top lane here. Just trying to look for the pick. Not entirely sure what's going on. Universe looking very disjointed here in game 2. 2K did go lead down as Boobies trying to find some kind of play here on the Rooks, but the Rel extraordinarily tanky as Mooch also here for the fight. Rooks looking for an engage, has the flip, flash for, grab the stun. Flash in time, but the ulti's there from Mooch, and now the W gonna burn down the Olaf. Boobies is no more, and the Feast or Famine Olaf is a famine for game 2. Gonna be second dragon over to 5-inch. Riptail's not even gonna get a charge off in mid. It is just an absolute disaster in game 2. Universe certainly not looking
even looking at the comp, you have the Silas and Gangplank just, you know, getting gold. Passing by, you know.
And once again, Kai'Sa is the only champion with kills. It's the curse.
Kai'Sa part, maybe he's a trap pick. Maybe Kai'Sa is a trap pick.
Maybe.
What if I think Kai'Sa they lose? I don't know.
Where is Hope of NA Panhandler? We need the official verdict. Is Kai'Sa trap pick? Yay or nay?
Everyone pays.
Whoa.
That parlay is gonna go all the way.
Gonna fly.
Yep, parlay is gonna go all the way.
Does it hit yet?
I think it did already.
Oh, I missed it.
I think he was in base.
I just love when like a skill shot flies that far. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny.
Certainly is enjoyable.
Really.
Revex trying to get some plating here in bot lane on the Kai'Sa. Still doing okay. I'm not super fan of this lethality addition into the build. I think you just go for your item at this point. Don't delay it with lethality. Just you're not obviously winning the duels in bot lane thus far, so just go for your scaling. Don't delay the mythic. Not worth it. As top lane, Mordekaiser's still actually feeling pretty good, about 10 CS lead. Going for the pick though in bot lane is Squishy Beans. Flies it on to the Jink. The TP immediately coming in from Gangplank. Great counter all from Books trying to find time. Olaf goes unstoppable. And now Procraft back onto Gangplank. W Reaper maybe is in trouble. Squishy Beans staying out of the way. Root comes down. Procraft though hitting onto the wrong champion. Is Rook's able to grab the CC. Dystopia Reaper onto the backline. Final kill. The Squishy Beans finally all comes through Procraft. Fear beyond death and the fear as well. Rook Ironix into the play. Duckwings as well getting solo killed by Yo. Finds the E and now the Universe will fight back. Mooch though, looking forward. Ghost ulti in onto Boobies. The Olaf certainly going to follow. Killing spree for Mooch. Thank you for the gold reset, he says. As the fight overall going, I think, pretty darn well. For as much as the Universe has been struggling in this game, Revex grabs another kill. As a solo kill in the top lane for Yo Watanabe against the grain of the Silas. The Mordekaiser maybe he can become more of a problem than 5-inch Girth gods would like, as he's going to continue to get gold, continue to get kills, and continue to be a
that could be it. That could be the game-turning point for Team Universe.
It is certainly the game equalizing point. Only a few hundred gold now instead of 1,000 plus, but
Oh,
The
it's another
overextension in the
game.
bot lanes here. Good peel from Squishy Beans so far. Gonna
That's
force
flush
the
and
go
heal.
onto it. So
It should.
very well
Yep.
played from the Nautilus. It's Dystopia Reaper, possibly trouble. The barrel gonna hit. Procraft going very low. Needed to stay in here, grab the shield, but he doesn't have it up offline. Dystopia Reaper.
Oh,
It is
that was
close,
close.
but the parlay and the passive shall make it work.
That was too
It is,
close.
yeah, a solo kill. As Squishy Beans
Imagine
needs to be
if that
careful. Hecker
jammer
is still
was
bot
active.
side. Squishy Beans, goods the jinx through.
How's that
And
hit?
Revix able to grab one kill, Mr. Lazy. Now the dive might be going haywire. Rooks taking way too much. Double kill for Revix. 5-inch Girth Gods. What are you doing, man?
Why does that
It's
hit?
gonna go down. Flash for Revix to Kaisa. Not gonna get the kill. The shutdown goes on to Squishy Beans instead. That is a field badge for the Kaisa, but oh my god, it's a throw and a half. As it is just an
I am so
it is a
shocked. that
horrible
hit me.
dive in bot lane, an absolutely atrocious one. As now Revix up to 5-1 on the Kaisa trap pick. I think we need to rethink that one, as Kaisa gonna be doing some very good damage here. As we
Maybe it's not a
continue
trap
forward.
pick. Maybe I changed my mind.
Yeah, maybe it's just good. Maybe it's just good. As we do have a pause coming in, so
Pause.
this. It is officially a fiesta. We are back in solo queue. Throw after throw coming through by both sides.
That's what makes the game fun. You know, toss the, lead around like volleyball, back and forth. That's what makes the game really fun, I think.
I'd have to agree here. And
I'm
it
just-
is very hot tonight, as I am sweating on cast for the first time, and I can't tell you how long. See, these games make me sweat, boys. We're keeping it close. These are the good ones.
All right,
As
resuming
Unpause
it.
is here. Revix trying to get as many minions actually down to the turret there as physically possible, so the Jinx can't pick anything up. Of course, turret very low, so not going to be able to do so too effectively. Either way, Gale Force now completed on Kaisa. Lethality going to pay off as the gold advantage back onto the side of Revix. And now Universe, from seemingly when the game was over, back to a 2,000k gold lead. Top lane going extraordinarily well. Yo Watanabe 1v1ing Ducklings consistently. Dystopia Reaper probably Mooch, the two lights of hope for this team. As now, going to be going back into a loss here. Dragon up in just 24 seconds. Neither team's really super stacking just yet, so right now, advantage over to Universal, I think, in this fight. They have the ultimates. They are lacking a few summoners for this fight, so it is going to be a bit harder. Dystopia Reaper looking to get picked. Mr. Lazy is here, though. Dystopia Reaper going very low. Has been the Orange. Rukum down on a Procraft going to be chunked extraordinarily low before this dragon fight.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call.
Does not have TP, so I would have to back or just try to heal up off the minion wave to really get back into this one. So Procraft pretty low on the Urgot, probably gonna be looking for an XP, but the ulti great barrel chain as well. Dystopia Reaper chunking down the Urgot to pretty much unservable status. That is very well done from Dystopia Reaper, as it looks like it's going to be Yo Watanabe giving up the top CS. I like the team fight. Has the Rift Maker now, going to go down into this bottom lane, going to contest the Dragon. Has the ultimate available, can put Hecarim in the death realm, make sure there is no smite contest even available from 5-inch Girth Gods, and that is personally the power of this pick, but it's going to be Duckwings also going in. Procraft, possibly picked off here. The Urgot ulti finds True. Duckwing looking for it, finds the Fear Beyond Death, but the ulti is there. Duckwings immediately having to flash away as he's going to get it 1v1. No! The Kingslayer doing a lot. Mooch now looking for the follow-up kills in the backside. Mr. Lazy going very well. Obliterate, not going to be able to secure it. Yo Watanabe unable to do anything. It's Dystopia Reaper finding one now. Boobies the counter kill. Rooks finds 3. And Universe can do nothing but watch as their top laner and mid laner fall apart. Still, though, is in fact 5-inch Girth Gods, who ends up on the retreat toward the post side of this. The 80 carry is too chunked to continue, and now Boobies has the opportunity to stop this Ocean Drake to start to grab
At the end of
the
the day, it
objective.
seems like a good result for Team
Yep,
Universe.
TP here for Procraft. They're going to look to continue the contest. As now Urgot back in it. Dragon is secured. There's no turn just yet. Rooks and Dystopia Reaper not able to get it on the backside. Hook does land, though, onto Dystopia Reaper. No orange. Gale Force forward. Shut down onto Revix. And now Rooks maybe next on the menu. Just Squishy Beans looking for the dredge line forward. Said he's going to go in, try to get out through the backside of it. Yo Watanabe, though, making his entrance with the teleport play himself. Double kill for the 80 carry. And it is overextend after overextend.
They greeted too hard for that.
Yeah, objective
Actually, they should've
affirmatively
let it go.
gone.
It's that's sad to see that.
And now, everyone roaming topside possibly here. It looks like, I'm not really sure what the contest was for necessarily, but mid lane tier 1 gonna fall here as Yo Watanabe shifting back to topside. And we got a game on our hands, Peter, here. What's the map play looking like here for the next few minutes?
Well, for some reason I can't see the objective timers, but I can see through your stream. Alright. Well, I think that 5-inch Girth God really have to just wait it out, right? They do have Silas, they do have Jinx, and they do have Gangplank here, and they do not have much vision right now currently in their own set of jungle. They need to fix that up, and they should just wait it out. I think catch one person at a time, because right now if they go in 5-5, just because of the item difference and the dragon, it's not gonna be a great look for 5-inch Girth God. I think Team Universe should just keep on doing what they're doing. They're constantly just pressuring the map, get into their jungle, look for picks just with the Nautilus like this. I mean, it's kind of an interesting game. But so far, it seems like a Team Universe game.
Yeah.
So far.
Ooh, that hook lands opportunity. Maybe see a fight here in mid lane instead. Disengage gonna come through here. Mooch is off to the side. Yo Watanabe feeling really good in this top lane now that he has his items coming through.
Yep. That should be easy matchup for.
I actually do really like the cabbage as well this game. Good use of W to absorb a lot of that damage as well. So top lane sub showing a lot of proficiency here from Universe.
Yeah. I mean, I would like to see instead of a Frosty.
Revix! Mooch is there. He's just gonna get blast going out. Yo Watanabe going for the 1v1. Ducklings has the ultimate. The ultimates are traded. So Yo Watanabe down instead. Ducklings has them all. Using the shield, try to disengage. Kingslayer almost back up, grabs it. Not a solo kill just yet. The burn, the tick. Obliterate things. Gone. Abduct the solo kill. And now it's the Gale Force Force, so it doesn't even matter. Revix to grab the kill. Collector is a cool addition to the kit. But Duckwings.
It's very smart, I think, from Duckwings to hold that ult until Mordekai's ult first.
Yeah, and it's Dystopia Reaper in the bot lane as well, grabbing the tier 2 Plata turret. Who's gonna go for the solo kill? I don't know if he can even fight here. Gangplank super strong, the solo kill again! As top lane has another fight. Revix flashes the Hacker multi. Now the depth charge takes the Mooch in trouble. Dredgeline connects. One more auto will do it. Double kill for Kaisa, and Mr. Lazy the last one left in the next on the menu. Dredgeline finds it. Max range, 5 stacks. Passive will proc. Triple kill for Revix. Inhibitor though in the top lane under threat. Dystopia Reaper having to back away. Is 2 left alive here from Universe. We're trading cross map as Duckwings possibly looking for the 1v2. Has the ultimate, puts it on a Revix. Lots of damage, but he still has the shield. Dredgeline misses. As now Revix gets some free autos off the Kingslayer. They're shut down. 1,000 gold. Duckwings looking for the 1v2. Squishy Bee's gonna try and do all he can to escape. Has the root, looking for the next attack. Q misses Duckwings though. Finds Deep Contact. Another 2v1 for the Silas 5 and 3 on the 5-inch top lane. And we have a Fiesta certified play the clown car music. Fights all over the map.
It's just Fiesta. It's just mess. But overall, this kind of messy fights are exactly what 5-inch cards need right now. Just to constantly get ahead in terms of like an item and gold, constantly get back into the item, get back to gold, and recover from the mess that was the early game. And now they have Silas that's fed and Gangplank that's really ahead.
Yeah.
With that lead, they should be able to push it through, I think.
And also, Dystopia Reaper doing a great job. I mean, that trade fully advantages on the 5-inch turret. They get equal number of members, as well as the bot side inhibitor turret. So, quite a good play here out of the Girth Gods overall. It is still going to be the side of Universe, though, who's going to set up around this Drake, and this is Soul Point. Not necessarily forced to contest, but they're going to look for it anyways. Dystopia Reaper going to be checked down. Yo Watanabe grabbing a very good E. Just kick off that one. But Procraft does have to respond to this top side as the Riptail is channeled, and now Mooch and company gonna be able to get in here and clear out some vision. Squishy Beans is looking for it as Duckwings can 1v1 Yo Watanabe. They need to help the Mordekaiser, but meanwhile the fight on the backside. Rook looking for the engage. Mr. Lazy is there. Squishy Beans getting picked out. Guilty comes down to Mooch. Mordekaiser trying to find some as the Gordringer going on the backside. W final stage boobies, but it's a Fear Beyond Death on to the support. The Fear finds 2 Duckwings into Zanya's for the double kill. Dystopia Reaper grabbing one. Great ult away from Revix, and he finds them both!
Oh
A Caspian
my
rain
God.
from above! And now the universe able to trade back 1v2. The Fed members trading back and forth. It is blow for blow. And now we do have two teams. No jungler either side. The dragon going very low. They're going to try to steal it away, but it is Revix, the hope, the carry of Universe, who's able to make it happen. Two big shutdowns onto the Kaisa. And these are incredibly close, incredibly scrappy fights for both sides of the map.
Because the fight at first, it seems like it was so terrible for Team Universe. When Nautilus got separated and Mordekaiser and fighting 1v1 against Silas, and then for somehow that outplay from Revix just turns the tide around for that team fight.
Yeah, Revix is... He's playing like a man possessed on this Kaisa pick with the Gale Force and the ultimate. So clean on the movement, dodging everything.
Right now, he's Jackie Love the best. He is the skin.
He's playing to the skin. He is channeling it. He is possessed by the spirit of Jackie Love. It's Season 8 World Finals, and he is ready and raring to go against a disheartened and crippled Reckless.
I mean, I was surprised how much Urgot can do in teamfight too. It's just
Yeah, I mean, he's got his items. It is full take Urgot. It does quite a bit of damage. I mean, Dystopia Reaper, I'm pretty sure wins this 1v1. Disdain, though, lots of damage. Pro Crap looking for the ulti. Connects with a solo kill. And, I mean, you said it, but I wasn't expecting that much. Pro Crap, my man. And now picking the mid lane. Rooks caught out, but it might be Squishy Beans being turned on. Is in the bot lane. Duck Wings has the Death Realm as Yowa Tanabe trying to go away, but he's got to connect the E to get away. Yowa Tanabe trying to run away. Flash form Duck Wings. Damage is somewhat there, but Yo uses his ultimate first. That means you lose, sir. And Duck Wings finds yet another 1v1 on the Silas.
It's really interesting to see that Mordekaiser are building armor constantly instead of building the like MR item to somehow survive against the burst that Silas is dishing out right now.
I mean, he just doesn't want to build MR in this game when you look at the rest of the team. You don't want to build MR versus Gangplank. You don't want to build MR versus Jinx, Hecarim.
Right.
All these champions. I'd rather than build health.
Maybe you should not match Silas then if that's the plan.
I just don't think you should build... Duckwing still has the Mordekaiser ulti. Procraft, though, gonna look for it anyway. Teleport coming in. Gonna grab the Fear Beyond Death immediately. It is this time, though. So Dystopia Reaper gonna look for the 1v1 regardless. Revix is, though, inbound. The W misses. Dystopia Reaper looking for the outplay, but he can't do it. Procraft! Are you kidding me, man?
What?
He cannot die. And now Mooch getting picked away. Revix. He does the damage. Has the killer instinct, and he will fly into the face of the Hecarim. Makes this champion look balanced. Oh,
Universe, but I think the mental exploded for 5-inch Girth God right there. Oh my gosh.
This Urgot coming out of seemingly nowhere from going to near like okay to useless to literally 2v1ing the strongest members of 5-inch Girth God is quite a feat. And I mean, you still have the Urgot, you still have the Death Realm on Ducklings. It was still available. And he still wins the 1v1. Baron is secured as well. Revix can land the final day. He's gonna flash over, and there's nothing Rooks can do.
From 5-inch.
He does manage to get out in the end, so the flash from Kaisa a little bit maybe too hyphy. Either way, the Baron secured the largest gold lead we have seen this game at just around 4,000 onto the side of Universe. And we are going the distance, sir. It is back and forth with the 14-2 Kaisa and the 5-2 Urgot are showing up to play for a Universe, as well as Duckwings and Dystopia Reaper. The hopes of 5-inch Girth Gods as those items continue to come through for both of these carries.
Wow. Revix is playing like a madman in this game, just kiting in different level. they're the most people I see my solo queue. Holy. Dang.
It is a well played slaughter indeed, I should say. But it is Ocean Soul here coming up for the side of the universe. If you're 5-inch, you want to fight it, but can you win is the question. Procraft has been nigh unkillable.
They need to look
Revex
for
nigh
a good
unstoppable.
with the
Duckwings and
Rel and the Hecarim.
yeah, Duckwings and Dystopia Reaper gonna try to
Good ult.
try to
Good
follow
ult.
this. Yep. Grabs the Fear Beyond Death. Gonna be trying to grab and execute onto somebody, try to find a multi-man Fear, try to find an opening as we are just gonna be in this standoff. It is in fact though 5-inch Girth guys who do have the inside track, so they are the ones who determine how this matchup goes. They're the ones who are going to check in. Revex has to check into the enemy team on this Kai'Sa, which is a very scary thing. But now it is 5-inch Girth guys who are going to give up the priority. They're going to try to go for a re-engage, a reflank. In fact,
Dragon
now,
Dance continue.
yeah, Universe going to be able to check their way back and clear out some of this vision, clear out some of these wards. And the Dragon goes dark once again for 5-inch. Finally, here comes the Cannon Barrage. It's going to be the look for the engaged Rooks. Trying to find something on this rail, but he can't look for anything too far. They're going to kite back. Fear Beyond Death doesn't find anything. Now Squishy Bean's looking for it. They find the way on the Motion. Now it is the Meat Grinder. Rooks is down. Killers are used on the back line. The support is gone. Booby's looking for it onto Mooch, and Ducklings is in to the Zonias, but can he do anything? Finds one, finds two! The Silas though taken down. The Procraft able to grab it. Mooch grabs a double kill over the side of Revex. Mr. Lazy trying to do what he can off the backside of Mooch. Still looking for Revex, trying to go in. Mr. Lazy grabbing a lot of autos. The Jinx with the attack speed. Good Zonias from Yo Watanabe to immune some of this damage. The Edo not going to find anything. Now Mooch looking for the re but Revex is there and he bursts him down. The hero went to shut down Jinx. Excited the AoE crits into Urgot. The melee range, but it's the ace. Yo survives!
It does not matter. Urgot is just unstoppable.
It was close, it was well fought, but it is in the end once again over to the side of Universe. 5-inch Girth guys, they don't have the coordination, they didn't have the pick, they couldn't make it happen, and now it is the Ocean Soul.
It's Ocean
with
Soul
no grievous wounds.
Olaf, Mordekaiser, and Urgot, they will heal so much of their abilities. And passive.
And Revex, despite being shut down, now full build GA in inventory. It's been level 18 for who knows how long. Procraft getting there, has the Thornmail, looking for the Death's Dance, I believe, next. So, only getting tankier. And it is a long uphill battle for the side of 5-inch Girth Gods now. 4.5k gold behind. An Ocean Soul down. Haven't killed this Urgot since the mid game. It is going to take a beautifully executed team fight, a beautifully done series of picks from this team to come back to have any shot at salvation, or it will be the 2-0, and that would be what Universe need to bump themselves up to take that third place away from Miku, who 2-0'd them just in this last push to playoffs. We have just the standoff as the pushes come through. Baron up in just a minute, and that might be the end for 5-inch, given Universe is taking of it. The Ocean Soul gonna be doing so much work. If this Urgot wasn't already 9-killable before, he's gonna be basically unstoppable. We can look for the pick anyway. Duckwings going in. Looking at a Procraft. He's down to half HP, but he cannot die. Stair exchange going very low. Duckwings, he finds it. 950. There's your pick. It took just about everything in terms of people. With plenty of Ultraman, and he will be down for just before the Baron spawn. Still has teleport up on
They need to use this time. There's a little bit of time here to just make picks more.
Yeah, I don't know if anything. It's not. I mean, it's nice to see you get the shutdown gold on Duckwings. You get the shutdown gold onto the essential carry, but it's just he's still gonna be up for. He's still gonna be up for this Baron fight. He's still gonna be around. He has teleport to get off map. It's still gonna be an uphill fight. He gets to go back, he gets to buy. You still gotta deal with Revex with both GA and the Ocean Soul. Your Jinx is 2 full items down pretty much. It is... This is where it gets hard. It is going to take an outplay and a half. Not to say we haven't seen this team done it before. Not to say we haven't seen this team blasphemy their opponents. The Duckwings, though, might be the one getting picked instead. Revex again gonna try to buy some time with Zombies, but his team on the other side of the map. Duckwings takes the L. Revex grabs the kill. And yeah, that is assuredly the Baron for the side of the universe. Dystopia Reaper gonna do what he can, split pushing in the silent, but it is Procraft answered. He can do nothing to this. Oh god, Jinx is trying to steal with the ultimate, doesn't time it well enough. The Baron Nasher secured for universe. They have the Ocean Soul, they have the Elder Dragon up in 240, they have the 5k gold lead.
That's
everything they need to end this game. It has been, for lack of a better words, Peter, for lack of any better term I can describe, an absolute banger of a 35-minute game. An absolute banger. An absolute banger to end off the regular season. It gives me hope for playoffs. It gives me hope for what these teams will do in the postseason, but we still got a few more minutes to play before we get there. And once again, we see the universe trying to close another two, try to take that coveted third place spot to shake up these standings.
The universe seems to keep on erroring over and over again, but I mean, I guess they have the sheer power to do so. It does.
And now they're gonna look for the pick. Procraft
Okay,
gets hit by the death charge from
give it to
Duckwing, but does no damage. It does no damage. And now you're just gonna have the turtle up in the base, try to wait out this Baron. You do have the wave clear, you do have the Jinx, you do have the Gangplank. You can try to wait this one out, and can try to fight. The Elder in 135. That is your hope. That is your dream for 5-inch for Mooch, the Hecarim who's been taken behind the shed, who has been put to rest to grab some form of clutch up on the Smite fight. That would be your salvation for 5-inch. However unlikely, however small percentage, that is where we're at. As it will be continually the siege coming in for the side of Universe. And they do have the wave clear, so just waiting. Yo Watanabe gonna grab another turret here in the bot lane, more likely than not.
Well, Mordekaiser is top of offside, taking down turrets here.
Yeah, I mean, this is hard to contest. This is what they should be doing, splitting up the map, splitting up the wave. It is so hard for 5-inch to contest anything outside of the base.
Play with Baron.
Yep, they just gotta wait out the Baron.
Can't wait it out, but... Oh, that's...
Yeah, Urgot does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage. Elder Dragon up in 18 seconds. The final stand, the final push. They might be picked off in the jungle before they get there. Mr. Lazy taking down, has to heal away, and there's the engage. The support's already gone. Rook's gone. Mooch trying to do what he can in the back line, but he is just in the entire rest team. Hook comes through. There is no rest for the weary. There is no respite. Nowhere you can hide. 5-inch Girth gods. Utter shambles. It is the two carries main. They're going to have to make a miracle of pain about this one. Duckwings misses. The Fear Beyond Death, but he's looking for switch means he flashes in, looking for the last play. Good Zars to try to avoid some of the CC, but he's still in the absolute slaughterhouse that is Procraft as Revex trying to find his way to Dystopia Reaper. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to go. They're looking to pad the KDAs. Has a barrel chain, but they can just turn around and look at the base. The Baron might not be there, but the death timers are. Still 43 seconds on Duckwing, still 43 seconds till the carry is up and available. Mr. Lazy Mooch Rook's not able to do anything in this game. Dystopia Reaper has gotten back with the recall. Rook's trying to buy some time. He's trying to save the turrets, but he can't buy much. Mooch not going in, but the depth charge gonna put away. Yo Watanabe takes him to the death row, trying to give his team the opportunity to finish off these turrets. Procraft unkillable. There goes Boobies. That is the final fight. As the game freezes, as it tends to do. Riot, they have declared their victor. It will be Universe taking the 2-0. It will be Universe advancing to third place in the standings. And it will be Team Universe who will chug their way all the way through towards the playoffs here this weekend with the 2-0 victory.
All right. What you said, banger of a game that
absolute banger. absolute banger. And
Did
with
anyone
that,
interview yet?
yeah, if anyone wants to interview, come in. Peter can do it. My voice is very, very gone.
Oh God.
I have become too excited. We're there,
Yeah, you
baby.
were. You
We
sounded very
are
excited at
there.
the end there. I could hear your voice crack.
It is worth. It is worth. It is 100% worth. But if anyone wants to come into interviews, hop in. Yep, we got, of course, the one and only Yo
Ah,
Watanabe
Yo Watanabe.
in for the universe. We'll move him into chat here. All
Wow.
right, Yo Watanabe, congratulations. The 2-0 victory. The dethronement of Team Miku. The advancement for Universe, not even your own team, to the third place spot. How's it feel,
Yep.
buddy?
Yeah, you know, when you have a team that has the second best top laner in the league and you put the best top laner in the league on it, I mean, it can only get better, right? So Universe is a really fun team to play with. So I would love to play against them in playoffs.
Yeah. And play against a bunch you shall, as we are going to be getting into that in a second. And it looks like I will be conducting this interview real quick. But, oh, we have Rohan here as well, so welcome, the Universe Captain Manager, the sub-E tonight, going for the support of the moral support in the team chat. How are you doing?
Good. I'm glad that our team pulled through, even when we had a sub.
Yeah, GG Honor Revix for game 2.
And didn't have a ban every game.
Yeah, very, very impressive victories to be certain. Now, both the games in the early game, I'm gonna describe it in one word. Can you guys guess what that word would be?
Fun.
Close
fun?
enough. You're close enough. Close enough. I would say fiesta.
Yeah.
Very back and forth. Very very interesting to say the least in the bot lane, especially. How are you guys feeling, especially in game 1, where a lot of those early fights, you guys coming out for the most part behind, the invade in game 1 not going too well, and certainly game 2 off to a very rocky start until that one pick in the mid game. What was the mental? What was the decision making there in games 1 and 2 from the deficit?
Well, the game 1, I don't think that was too bad for us.
Game 1, you were behind like 2.5k,
Yeah, game 1, like
and
the
you had
level,
and you had the not scaling comp.
Well, I'm talking about like the early, like how it actually went in the early game. Because what eventually happened was, I think that that early game, I think for some reason that made Mooch a little cockier, possibly. So he definitely went in for. Actually, wait, did we invade?
You
I
invaded
think
and got
we invaded. We
you
invaded.
and
Never
got
mind.
four-man.
Our jungler is just better, actually. You know
You
what?
got
That was
4-man stunned by Anivia, and then Victor W'd.
No, I'm not even talking about the level 1. I'm talking about the invade that
No,
got
the
our
invade.
mid
Yeah,
laner.
the invade was very clean. The
Yeah.
red buff invade was extremely clean. That was very well played by both Boobies and Procraft for sure.
Universe has minds of steel. They didn't let that get them down there. Everybody's in high spirits all the time.
There's zero tilt, none. Yeah.
Rohan's got a good team here. Can't wait to beat him.
Yeah, can they compete with Sanapakura Watanabe is the question. As you guys are now locked top team in the PSU LCS at 20-4 as the current standings as we have them. In fact, according to the updated sheet, 2 and 3 is contested. I'll have to make sure Devin can let me know if I'm wrong on this, because he's probably watching
2
stream
goes
right
to
now.
the universe, 3 goes to 5-inch.
There you go. Rohan has the info for me. So, number 1 in the PSU LCS after several weeks of play will be Sanapakura Watanabe. Number 2,
Remember the
the
name.
Universe. Number 3, 5-inch Girth Gods. Number 4, Team Miku. Number 5, Gorilla Monkey. Number 6, Coach Gap. Number 7, Boomers and Zoomer. And number 8 will be 2014 2014, which means if I'm not mistaken, no, I will not say Sana for short. I am a man of my word, and I shall say the whole word. If I can say 5-inch girth guns, I can say Sana Pokora Watanabe, and that rolls off the tongue a heck of a lot better.
Yep. You better.
So matchups here for playoffs right now. If I'm not mistaken, someone again can flame me in chat if I'm wrong. Will be for the quarterfinals. Sana Pokora Watanabe versus 2014. The Universe versus Boomers and a Zoomer. 5-inch Girth Gods versus Coach Gap, and Team Miku versus Gorilla Monkey for this weekend. All of which I'm assuming will be banger games, because pretty much 4 through 6, all these teams outside the top 3 are really, really close. They're really, really close. It has been good games all around. Teams have beaten other teams. Team Miku got 1-1 5-inch Girth Gods. Universe 2-0'd. Miku 2-0's Universe. Sana Pokora 2-0's Team Miku. There's a whole bunch of different matchups that we are waiting and willing to see. So it will be a heck of a time coming up this weekend.
Yep.
But Rohan and Dan, do you guys have any final thoughts here for our viewers on this fine Wednesday evening?
Rohan, you got anything?
I wish the rest of the teams good luck in their matches.
Yeah. I guess I'll say the same. Cricket.
I was correct on the sorry, I was correct
Yeah,
on
you're
the
correct.
bracket. We Gucci.
Yeah,
We Gucci.
bracket sheet is updated, so anyone
Yep.
can check if they don't know.
Yeah, an announcement as well. So we will be covering as many quarterfinals games as physically possible. My life shall be casting this weekend. So
Is
Hope
it this
you-
weekend?
yeah, quarterfinals this weekend, baby. It's a banger.
Oh my gosh.
It's a banger. PSU LCS galore. So be sure to tune in as much as possible. If you guys haven't gotten tired of me yet on cast, just you wait. For now, though, that has been it for the cast here tonight. Once again, I've been Dom. I was joined by Peter, who had to dip out early. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Dan, for coming in the interviews. I wish you all a very happy rest of your wellness day. Keep up on your studies. Good luck for anyone else who has the midterms. And we will see you this weekend, baby, for the PSU LCS postseason.
Okay.
Back on the Rift, coming this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We will see you then for the best of 3s. Until then, peace.